I have been carrying a gun and training for almost 10 years now, and my gun collection is not what most people would expect. In fact, some of you will be shocked to see what I actually own. In this video, I'm breaking down my entire gun collection. Let's do it. What is up, guys, and welcome back to Modern Protector, where we talk about the skills, the tools, and the mindset that you need to protect yourself and your family. So a few months back, I did a poll on the channel to see how many guns you guys think I own, and I'll be honest, I was pretty shocked by your answers. I wanted to show you exactly what's in my safe and why. And make sure you stick around to the end where I'll reveal my favorite gun that I own, and I guarantee you can't guess what it is. It's pretty crazy. Let's get into it. So first up is gonna be my Glock 19. And guys, I've had this gun for almost 10 years. This was like my second handgun that I ever owned, and I love this gun. This was my concealed carry gun for over 8 years. I carried this gun. I love it. I think it's a great gun. I've put probably $500 more into this gun with the red dot, the new trigger, the paint job. It's actually Cerakoting, which is a really cool process. But this was my everyday carry gun for over 8 years. And I added this light on when I have it at home for home defense. I also, even when I was carrying this every day, if I went out at night, I would stick the light on just because you never know if you're gonna need it. And I carry this one, if I carry it outside the house, it's not my everyday carry gun anymore. But if I carry it at night, I'll stick it in this Eclipse holster. It's definitely not the most minimal thing that I have, but I shoot this gun really well. I can conceal it even in a t-shirt and jeans or a t-shirt and shorts, but it's a little bit more challenging than a smaller gun maybe, but I love this gun. It's a really good shooting gun. So again, this was my everyday carry gun for a long time. Now I pretty much just use it for home defense. And if I want to carry something a little bigger, if I'm going out at night and I want a light on it and that kind of thing, I still shoot it at the range quite a bit because it's a really fun gun to shoot. So Glock 19, definitely more tricked out than most of my other guns, but I really like this setup. So after carrying the Glock 19 for over 8 years, I switched to the M&P Shield Plus Carry Comp Performance Center. It's a mouthful. So why did I switch to this gun? I think I was just ready for something different. I wanted something that was a little bit smaller and more minimal so that I could carry without having to worry quite as much about concealment. Just have something that was lighter, thinner, easier to just throw on and not worry about concealing. But I really didn't want to compromise my shooting ability. I didn't want a tiny little micro 9 that held 10 rounds. I wanted something that I could get a full firing grip on, my pinky on the gun, and really feel comfortable shooting it. I was also really curious about compensators. I went back and forth for a long time with adding one onto my Glock 19, and then I just decided, you know, there's a lot of guns that are coming out now with a built-in compensator. So I started looking into this one, and I actually shot this gun for the first time at the grand opening of the Smith & Wesson factory in Maryville, Tennessee. So I went to their grand opening, got a VIP ticket to that, was super excited about that. And I got to shoot this gun, specifically this Performance Center model with the compensator. And I thought, man, this gun really shoots more like a full-size gun than it does like a compact 9mm concealed carry handgun. So I really like this one because of that. It feels pretty close to the Glock 19. It's not super snappy like a Springfield Hellcat or a SIG P365 can be. I'm not saying those are bad guns. I'm just saying like you can feel the recoil in them more than something bigger like a Glock 19. And this was a good in-between for me. It's a little bit smaller, it's definitely thinner. It's kind of a challenge for me to shoot because it's so new to me, and I just wanted something different. I wanted to master another gun and carry something a little different. So far I'm loving this gun. I've got, I don't know, maybe 1,000 rounds through it or so. I'm still pretty new with it. But the Performance Center trigger I actually like better than the trigger that I put in the Glock that was like 150 bucks. So this is definitely on the higher end of the Smith & Wesson Shield family, but I love the trigger, love the compensator, and this has become my new everyday carry pistol. This is the 13 round mag, and it's what I carry pretty much every day. I've got 13 plus one in the chamber. It also comes with a 15 round mag, which is nice. I do use that one from time to time. And then it comes with we'll say it's a 10 round mag that sits flush with the grip of the gun. And I can still, like with the 10 round mag that comes right there, I can pretty much get my pinky on it. But I like having the full firing grip of the 13 round mag, and I like having more of a full-size gun, and I like having 13 rounds. It gives me a little something extra. This one I carry in the Intrepid holster from Eclipse Holsters, the sponsor of today's video. You guys know that I've been carrying their holsters for over a year and a half now, and they make really, really good holsters. So if you need a good concealed carry holster, then check them out at eclipseholsters.com. All right, let's get into some big boys. So this is a muzzle loader. This was actually my grandpa's muzzle loader. I've only shot it once, but I really just got it in case I want to hunt during muzzleloader season. I like the style of it. I like that I own a muzzle loader. It is I don't know, the site is over the brand. Something Cut Valley Arms. Yeah, I don't know, 50 caliber muzzle loader. Like I said, I just kind of like having this. I like that it was my grandpa's. He passed away just a couple of years ago. Dad gave me this because I didn't have a muzzle loader. So yeah, this is just kind of an old classic. If you want to feel like Daniel Boone, then that's great. Can't beat a classic. Make sure you stick around to the end because we're going to get to my favorite one that will definitely surprise you.
We're waiting.
All right. So this is my Remington 870 shotgun. It's a 12 gauge. I've done a lot to this gun. I bought it just from a pawn shop as a standard Remington 870 with a wood stock, wood foregrip, all that stuff. And I bought it specifically because I wanted to trick it out. I didn't want to just buy an expensive home defense shotgun. I wanted to make a home defense shotgun out of an old hunting shotgun. So this one really serves two purposes. I've got this 20-inch barrel on it now. This is really my home defense setup. Now, if I want to go turkey hunt, then all I do is I switch the barrel out for a 28-inch barrel. And the 28-inch barrel has got changeable chokes that you can put in it for turkey hunting, which is really nice. But the way it's set up now is as my home defense shotgun. And I really bought this and tricked it out thinking this was going to be the home defense weapon of choice. Like, this is the one by my bedside, and it turns out it's not. It's just not, because I don't particularly love shooting shotguns. I'm pretty good with a shotgun, but it's just not the one that I train with the most. It's not the one that I feel the most comfortable with. And it's pretty hard to lock up a shotgun right next to your bed. I've got 3 kids running around, so I can't just have this thing laying out, loaded and ready to go all the time. And I know there are ways to mount it to the wall or something like that. If you want your bedroom to look like an armory, that's great, but I'm married, so it's not gonna happen.
It's true.
So this one is a 12 gauge, and I switched out the stock. I can't even remember what brand. Okay, Blackhawk. So this is a Blackhawk stock. It's got the rubber tip over here, so it's supposed to help with recoil. And then supposedly, this thing actually has a spring, and it gives a little bit on the stock as the recoil is coming through the gun. That's what they advertise. I can't tell a difference with recoil with shooting this versus like a wood stock, but sure, that sounds really cool on paper. The foregrip is a Blackhawk as well. I think that I bought them together. And then I ordered this barrel, I think off of Gunbroker, got a pretty good deal on it. And believe it or not, I actually bought this extension tube from Walmart. Yeah, so I did order it online and they shipped it to the store. And guys, this has been probably 6 years ago. So do they carry them now? Probably not, but they did at that point. So I got the 20-inch barrel specifically because I wanted one that was just about flush with the extended tube. This tube standard, I think, holds 5. I want to say, and this extension tube gives it 4 more. So I think it's 9. It's either 9 plus 1 in the chamber or it's 8 plus 1 in the chamber. But I really like having that extra round. That's why I got the 20-inch barrel so that it's flush with that, because the 18-inch barrel ones held one less, whatever amount it holds in the tube. I feel really embarrassed that I don't know that. I'm pretty sure it's 8 plus 1 in the chamber. It is a really good home defense setup if you want to use a shotgun for home defense. Eventually, I'll probably get a good red dot to stick on here because I do have a rail on here, and then it's got room for some extra rounds there, which is nice. I've got a slug and then some buckshot here. So great custom shotgun for home defense if that's what I was going to use it for. Next is my AR. So this is a Radical Firearms AR. I'll be honest, guys, I am pretty new to the AR-15 club. I've never built one, although I would love to get into that eventually. It just hasn't been my hobby yet. So this one is in the moderate to cheaper side of ARs. I want to say when I looked these up, they're worth around 600, maybe 700 bucks. I didn't pay retail for it. I bought it used, and I actually didn't pay anything for it because I traded an older AR that was much cheaper than this one and a .22 revolver for this AR because I really wanted a particular setup. I wanted a rail that went all the way down so that I could add a dot on eventually, which I still haven't done. And I wanted one that I could add attachments here to if I wanted to kind of customize it. So far, the only thing I've put on there is this Streamlight. It's a TLR RM1 HLX. I really like this one. It's very similar to the pistol light that I have. That's a Streamlight, and it's got this little button that you can press. It also came with a switch that you can run a line to right there and push with this finger if you wanted to. But I like this setup. I like being able to just hit it with my thumb. You can tap it to turn it on, or you can hold it down for the momentary. And then the sights are just cheap Amazon sights for now. They fold down like that. And like I said, I do want to get a red dot eventually. I really rarely shoot this thing. As you guys can see from the channel, I have very few videos that this gun is actually featured in because it's not one that I train with regularly. I'm a pistol guy because I'm a self-defense guy. For the most part, I only care about guns as they relate to self-defense, with one exception that we'll get to in a minute. So AR-15 can be a great tool for home defense. I just feel much more comfortable with my pistols, and I can lock them up or carry them on me much more easily to keep them out of my kids' hands to make sure that we're all safe. But eventually I want to do a lot more training with it. Before we get to my absolute favorite gun that I have in my safe, if you are new to concealed carry or you just want to find the best way to conceal carry a gun, then I want to give you something that will really help you out. And that is my free guide to concealment. It's a great starting point if you're just starting off carrying a gun or you're having some challenges with concealing a gun, and it's absolutely free. So go check that out in the description down below. So with the exception of the muzzle loader, all of my other guns have a practical use, right? They're all great self-defense guns that I want to have on hand. This last one is not that by any means. It is absolutely my favorite gun that I own.
Drum roll, please.
Here it is. This is a Taylor & Company, which is basically a Colt knockoff. It's a 45 long Colt single action revolver. Guys, I have wanted one of these guns since I was about 7 or 8. I grew up watching John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, Gunsmoke, Bonanza, all kinds of Western movies, and I always wanted a long barrel, big boy, single action cowboy gun. This one has almost no practical use other than it's really fun to carry. At the range, of course, I'm not gonna just go carry this out to the grocery store, but it's really fun to carry. It's really fun to draw and shoot from. There are definitely some safety challenges with single action revolvers, particularly older single action revolvers that have the exposed striker on the hammer, but it is a really fun gun to take to the range and just plink with, play around with. It's a 45 long Colt, so it's a really powerful round, but this gun is so stinking heavy. It doesn't have much recoil at all because it's such a heavy gun. It's very well grounded. But this is just a really fun gun to play with. It's one that I wanted for years and years, and I finally splurged and bought a couple years ago because it's just like the classic John Wayne Wyatt Earp cowboy gun. Get away, man.
Sorry for you.
No practical use. I don't carry it, but I do love to just put it on from time to time, take it to the range, shoot some steel with it, shoot some paper with it. It is by far my favorite gun because I just feel like Wyatt Earp anytime I'm wearing it. It's awesome. In the poll that I did, most people thought that I had 36 guns in my safe. And guys, I have 6. I don't have that many guns. This is my full collection. I'm not much of a collector. Like I said, most of my guns that I own have practical uses for self-defense. I'm not a guy who collects a ton of hobby guns. So this is my full collection. Figured it might surprise some of you to know that I only own 6 guns. So I want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite gun in your safe? Let me know in the comments down below. If you gained value from this video and you want to see more concealed carry content, then don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Until next time, be alert, stand firm in your faith, be strong, be courageous, and let all that you do be done in love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.